Okay.
All right. Hey guys, listen, this is Jimmy, and man, I just want to give God glory for something awesome he did. You know, he is the true vine, and we are the branches. And he's doing amazing things. I want to introduce my friend Kathy. Kathy is in our Unleashed class, where we are just helping people unleash heaven on earth. And Kathy has an amazing story of something that the Lord recently did in her life. Go for it, Kathy.
In our class, Pastor Jimmy spoke about listen and obey. And my cousin's daughter got married, and we went to the reception. The wedding was small, but everyone was invited to the reception. And while we were there, my cousin's son, his name's Billy, the Lord gave me a message for him. He wanted me to tell Billy how awesome he is and that the Lord sees him.
Yeah.
But I was too scared, and I thought, no, I haven't seen Billy for a few years, and I don't know what all he's doing in his life and stuff. And so I kind of shrugged it off, and I thought, no, maybe later I would tell him at the reception. And then time goes by, and we interacted, and then I thought I need to tell him, and then I walked his grandma and grandpa out to the car because they're weak in their walk, and I thought, oh, I would go back in and tell him, because I kept thinking about listen and obey. And my daughter walks out of the church there at the reception place and says, Mom, I have your purse, so you don't have to go back in. You can just go to the car and we can go home. And I said, okay. And so I went to the parking lot and got my purse and got in the car. And the more I was in the car, I felt the Lord said to obey what He wanted me to tell Billy. So I pulled out of that parking lot and pulled back into the parking lot by where the doors to the reception area was. And I did ask the Lord to please open the door where I would connect with Billy if it was meant for me to say anything. And so I go in and I re-thanked a few people for inviting us, and I thanked them and told them how wonderful everything was. And then lo and behold, Billy comes over to tell me hi and goodbye. And so I looked him in the eye and I told him what the Lord said, to tell him how awesome he is and that the Lord sees him. And we looked in each other's eyes, and it was emotional, and I wasn't quite for sure what he was going through. And so we hug and we leave. I leave, and I was just nervous and scared. And so that night, the next day, we went to our farm, which is a couple hours away. But when I got home, I had a text from Billy that he said he felt something different in that when I spoke to him, and he wanted to know more about it. So I called him, and we had a 2 to 3 hour conversation about the Lord, and I was able to share with him more, and I led him to the Lord, and he gave his life to Christ on that phone call. And so I'm so thankful for Pastor Jimmy's obedience and to listen and obey. And also I asked him before we hang up, I said, first I want you to call your mom and tell her what just happened, and then call your grandma and grandpa. And I would ask for more prayer for Billy. He did slip up with addiction. That's what he's struggling with. And I had no clue, but the Lord wanted me to tell him. And he is in the hospital now with some pancreatitis. So just pray for Billy. And I'm going to hopefully go see him this afternoon. But God bless you. And just be obedient and listen and obey is all I can say.
Yes,
Thank
guys.
you.
Yes, guys, we never know what the future holds for someone.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to visit him in the hospital today.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine what, and he just recently had this encounter with the Lord. So I want to encourage you from what she said, listen and obey. The Lord is alive, He's active, and He wants to use you. So go and unleash heaven. What you guys?
And I will tell you that I did tell Billy on the phone that call, and this is what's kind of weird. I said, I don't think God cares if it's a jail cell or a hospital bed, if that's what it takes to get you. And now he's in a hospital bed. So there's something to all that.
Come on. See, we never know. If we just listen and obey, though, God knows. And He has a plan for you. So step into what He has for you and unleash heaven. I love you. God bless you.
Thank you.